Hello gamers, Tonester here again with another replay, this time on Westfield. We are in the 4190 GF and we are bottom tier this game, and so I'm going to show you how I sometimes play Westfield. Usually I go to like G5 or G6 and spot the enemies that are over on the 0 line, but in this case I decide not to do that because I don't have very good camo in this tank. So let's go ahead and get the replay started. We can talk a little bit about the tank. I like it. It's a decent tank, but it's got limitations. It's got pretty poor camo for a light tank, but it's got vicious DPM because it was sold before the light tank nerf, and then it's also got HEP rounds, and those HEP rounds have let's see, 102 penetration and 320 alpha. So if you meet light tanks in a knife fight, you can actually do pretty well against many light tanks, the Russians being the exception to that rule, basically. So when I pop up into these bushes, especially in a tier 10 match, I just pop up and pop back because I don't know if I'm going to get spotted or not. Fortunately, our RU-251 is being very aggressive, which is good. He's a top tier light tank, and we go ahead and spot a couple of guys trying to push, which is great. And so I decide to put a shot in only because I want to slow him down. That with that E50, that RU-251 didn't stand a chance alone. But now the WZ-120 has decided he's going to join the fray, and so we're already up to 800 spotting damage. So, and we've got 200 damage. So now we're just going to play patient. That's what we've got to do. It's the name of the game, because if we're not patient, we're going to end up dying quickly. Doesn't take too many shots from high tiers. So I do want to get a shot in the 1390 just to kind of help out a little bit. It's a low risk shot because I can pull back at any point in time. So what I'm noticing now is, see where our bat chat is? It's a really poor position, honestly, but what it tells me is that there's nothing on that side hill that normally in these bushes up here, there'll be stuff up here. And they would have spotted that bat chat, but he was safe and he didn't get shot, which tells me nothing's poking over that ridge either. So we're going to go ahead and move in, being we know there's nothing there. And I want to light up this 103B, and we get lucky and we get a fire, and that is just tasty. And of course we're getting assistance damage along the way. So 919 fire. He must have been running food. So that's that puts us up to 1600 damage and 1200 assist. So now I want to kind of spot for this side, and I end up spotting the GWE and also the M4043. So I'd really like to take these guys out. It's dangerous because there's guys over the other side, but no one's paying attention to me yet. I just kind of showed up on the map, and finally I am being paid attention, but I want to take out that light tank. So that's what we go ahead and do. So that might have been a little bit of a waste of my health, but 3,500 spotting, and I've got 1,900 damage, so we're really happy so far with that. This Tiger too, I don't know exactly what he's thinking about, but I'm just trying to focus him down, basically, and also keep him lit. So we do eventually switch over to heat rounds. The heat has 250 pen, so I'm lucky that tank destroyer didn't choose me to shoot at. I don't know why he didn't. Sometimes a little luck's needed when you're a tier 8. And that's the end of the game. So we ended up with 2,700 damage and 3,600 assist. 900 of that damage was fire damage, so that really bumped our score up. But sometimes you need a little luck, especially when you're in a tier 10 matchup and you're a tier 8 tank. So let's go ahead and go to the after action report. We'll be right back. Okay, so here we are at the after action report. We ended up with Ace Mastery Badge, which is great, and then Tanker Sniper, you get to cause the most damage at over 300 meters, which we definitely were try sniping, being we were a tier 8 and a tier 10 match. We did a fair amount of spotting and a lot of module damage of all things. Of course, that STRV, when you light someone on fire, you get module damage. That's probably why. Anyway, we spotted, I don't know, 5 tanks and then assisted on maybe 6 or 7. So that put us, let's see, that put us at 1,314 base XP, by far at the top of the team. Because when you're a tier 8 shooting tier 10s, you get a ton of experience. So that was excellent. And without a premium account, I did fire a few gold rounds, but not very many. They're not horribly expensive on this tank, but they only do 240 alpha too. But we made 67,000 credits, and we did 1,200 damage from more than 300 meters. So we got 1,900 XP and 65 free XP. So I appreciate you watching. We will catch you on the next one. If you'd like to subscribe for more content, I would invite you to do that, and hit that like button if you enjoyed the video, or hit that dislike button if you didn't enjoy it. We'll see you later.